All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we are back here at Alphaland. This is actually going to be my first training session back at the gym since competing this last weekend in South Korea. And if you didn't know, I got my Olympia qualification, so I am super pumped about that. Man, the feeling was beyond words. The whole trip was beyond words. The fans were beyond words. I love my time out there in South Korea, but now it's time to put in the work because we are going to the Olympia and I'm only going to go back better. So that's the plan. Today's goal is to just work my body back in, because if some of you have been following my social media in the past before, after placing 10th at the last Olympia I was at, I got so excited. The first thing I went back was started training chest like heavy, and then I injured myself and I was out of the gym for months, at least training upper body for months. So today we're gonna slowly work back in, just gonna hit some workouts, engage the muscles, and hopefully starting next week on Monday is when I'll go full throttle and start training for this off season and just getting myself ready. So we're gonna hit some chest. I'm gonna talk about the show and my experience in South Korea, so let's go. What's up? How you doing, bro?
Congrats.
Thank you, thank you. Yo, you look great too, by the way, man. Yeah, thank you.
3 weeks out.
Yeah, you're almost there. Keep pushing, bro. You just get here?
Nah, I'm about to finish. I was taking some pictures. I finished my back portion. Now it's a little bit of hamstring.
Okay.
Call it a day.
Okay, for sure.
I'll catch you around.
Yeah, I'll see you around. All right, keep killing it. Man, this is absolutely tough because you just have the habit of wanting to throw on weight, but you have to be intentional and kind of stop yourself and just do what you can and understand the reason why you're doing what you're doing. So as much as I want to keep throwing on 45s, I gotta be like, slow it down. By the way, guys, see me rocking the new Dark Sport, dropping this Sunday on the 25th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, so you know it's gonna be absolute fire. And this tee alone, like, come on, it's fire. I absolutely love my time in Korea. Like, I can't say that enough. It was such an amazing time. I mean, going there initially, it was a little rough. You know, overall, probably like 16 hours of traveling, including even my stop time in San Francisco. I was there for about an hour to an hour and a half or so in my layover, but I was, for the most part, able to stick to my plan, where I barely slept the night before and slept on the plane to stick to Korea time. And I was able to go to the gym right when I landed. I did not have to go to the grocery store, like I said, because I did find out that I could take protein into the country. I already pre-cooked everything, weighed everything out, so I had all my meals ready to go. So that part was really easy. And so spent the first couple of days just resting. I also work full-time outside of competing, so I was doing a little work, but overall kept myself pretty stress-free. And then it was show day, and show day happened. Bro, it was such a good time, enjoyed it, loved the fans over there in Korea, and big shout out to Alex, the promoter over there at Asia Grand Prix. He puts on such a great show, and enjoyed my experience there, just being on stage with all the Asian athletes. Met a couple different guys. There was a guy from Turkey, Burak, shout out to him. New pro, did really well, got 5th place. But man, one of the shows where I just had overall just a fun time. It felt more like an overall adventure as opposed to just going and competing. Of course, it felt a little weird in the beginning because you're in a completely different country. But again, such a good time, had so much fun, and enjoyed myself. It's too hot, German. Come on. I gotta take this off. Woo. Again, this Sunday, dropping Dark Sport, Coach 010. As I want to throw on during this process, your body also reminds you like, hey, you just did a show. You're not that strong, calm down. So I'm starting to like already kind of hit a wall once I get to a certain rep. So I know I'm not as strong, but we'll get there, we'll get there. During the competition, during prejudging, everything went really well. I ended up in the middle towards the end of prejudging, so that's a really great position to be in. It really gives you a good indication of how the show is going to end because the majority of the judging is done during prejudging. But you always have that question mark in your head. I've been in so many situations before in the past where, you would hear word from the judges like, oh, Joe has this, or like, so-and-so has this show. So you think you're gonna end up winning the show, but there's always that uncertainty. So, I kept, as far as during prejudging and finals and in between that time, I kept everything super clean in my diet, kept with my boiled chicken and rice, and kept my physique really tight. I actually took a nap for an hour and a half, and I ended up coming in much tighter for finals, and I looked significantly better at finals. And while they were calling out the placings at the very end for the prize, before it even started, while we were all lined up on the side, there was a couple guys already congratulating me, and I was like, please don't do that. Like in my head, I was like, please don't do that. To them, I was just like, oh, we don't know yet. I was in Korean, I was just like, 아직은 모르잖아, or 아직은 몰라. So like basically means like we don't know yet. And so that was kind of my mentality during that whole process. And when I finally heard who was in second place, just this wave of emotion just came out of me, of just happiness and excitement, and winning in Korea of all places, winning in Seoul, South Korea, getting my Olympia qualification for the 2023 O. It was very special to me, and it's gonna hold a special place in my heart forever. And so it was such a good time. That feeling though, it was all I could, if you saw me on stage, all I was doing was this the whole time because I was so excited and so pumped for the situation and the moment that I was in. And so, yeah, it was, it's something I'm never gonna forget as far as the competition goes, and in my bodybuilding career and in my life, because that show meant so much to hear and see the support from the crowd that I really didn't know I had. I mean, I knew I had somewhat of a name in Korea, but the amount of fans that actually came out to support me and to watch me, it was unreal, and it made the moment even more special because I got to share it with them. And it's super humbling. At the end of the day, all of this is super humbling because I'm just a chubby kid from Anchorage, Alaska, who was born in Korea. And growing up, even when I first started competing, I never had the aspirations and that initial drive like, oh, I'm gonna go to the Mr. Olympia one day. Everything just happened so organically. And to have the support that I have, I'm just super grateful and thankful. And so it was a very, very memorable moment to share that with the fans. And so thank you to all of you. I appreciate all of you. I'm humbled by all of you. And it was such a great time to spend that time with you over there in Korea. I don't understand how hot it is here in Houston. It's freaking, since I was gone in Korea, it's been 100 degrees plus every single day here. Plus that Houston humidity, add another 10 degrees to that. You're just sweating, you're in a sauna here. But as far as training goes, such a great feeling. You just feel like you're getting an extra set in every time just because of how much you're sweating. So the feeling's great, but if you plan on coming to Houston, just make sure you bring an extra shirt or something because you're gonna sweat. What's up, dog? How you doing? Boy. Thank you, bro.
Good seeing you in person.
Thank you, man. Let's go. Shirt up, I was like, man, I'm not as tight as I would think I should be. And then it's just, again, the timing. I went and got my workout in afterwards. I slept the next morning. I ended up being significantly tighter. Well, and then I slept one more night and then it was show day, but I ended up being significantly, it was just perfect timing. Even the night before the show, I was like, I look good, but I'm not where I want to be. I woke up, it was perfect. And
dude, I saw, when you said game day, I saw you, I was like, the fact that he didn't even show his back in anything, I know he came in right.
Yeah, it worked out. Thank you, brother.
7 times.
Yeah, 7 times. Seven's a good number. I love that number.
Fucking lucky number.
What up, bro? Yeah. No, I do not play basketball. The highlight of my basketball was when I made the fall ball C team in high school, but my parents actually didn't even let me play the it was fall ball JV team, and my parents wouldn't let me play fall ball JV because they thought it would get in the way of my grades. So that's my Korean parents for you. It was hard to play sports in high school because they always thought school came first. I wasn't the greatest of students in high school though, but it happened. That was my first workout back. I didn't do anything crazy, just feeling everything out, just trying not to get injured. Again, on Monday is when I'm gonna start hitting it hard again, getting ready to grow and prep my body for the O. It's not my official prep, but we're gonna start growing for the Olympia starting at that point. But it was good, it was a good workout. I feel good, and that's the number one thing. I just wanna get my body back into it. I don't wanna shock it too much because I've had some bad experiences with that in the past. So just enjoying the process, man. It's good to be back in the gym. Took a whole week off. It took a lot for me not to go to the gym earlier than this, but I knew my body needed the rest. So we're gonna do this again for the next couple days, then we're gonna hit it full force moving forward. But yeah, man, we're qualified for the O. That's all I could say. We're qualified for the O. It's my number 7, lucky number 7. I am so thankful and grateful for it. And this one means a lot, to be able to have taken a year off and come back and qualify for the Olympia again with some of the top guys in the world. and having it even be harder to qualify this year compared to the previous years because all the point systems are gone, it means a lot. And so it means a lot to me. It means a lot to the people who do support me, the people closest to me, and I'm ready to represent and ready to make everyone proud that has been on this journey, like Herman right here behind the camera. He's been a huge supporter, so like, I'm so thankful and humbled by everyone who's been there for me. So I'm ready to do this for you guys. We're gonna put in the work, no joke. This is gonna be the best I've ever looked, and I guarantee that it will be the best I've ever looked. And I'm gonna shock the world. Let's just say that. We're gonna end it there. I'm gonna shock the world.